All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a new shard I'm trying called Strange Earth Ultima Online. And I just ran across this, I guess, about 2 weeks ago on the Reddit, and I wanted to check it out and kind of see what it all had to offer. And so far, what I've noticed is that it's got a phenomenal design to still having quality of life, updates, but having the difficulty level that we all loved and in all honesty miss about Ultima Online. One of the main things I've noticed on these shards is that you'll get into it and their quality of life and their customization almost trivializes the content. Whereas here, I mean, going into a champ spawn is still extremely dangerous. So we'll go over all that, and I'm going to make a couple videos of the content and kind of go over exactly what this shard has to offer and see if it's somewhere you might like to play. So first off, we're going to start with where you begin on the server. You'll start here in New Haven after you create your character. You can do human, elf, or gargoyle. And here, some of the quality of life stuff I was speaking of is right over here. You've got your training area. You've got stones that will literally allow you to go directly to the Discord and directly to the website. So clicking here or clicking here will take you directly to outside links to their Discord and the website, which is really, really awesome. Over here, you've got a box of entry level, I guess, donated items. Like, for example, I've donated a lot of 105 scrolls I've gotten from the champ spawns as well as 110s. And you've got obviously all the different quest givers for the different skill sets for melee and things like that. In the back there, you've got your lock picking and your trap removal. But one of the coolest parts is actually heading right this way past the custom waygate here. And you go into this little area and you've actually got a ton of training dummies over here. But one of the coolest parts about these training dummies is if you're a magician or you use any kind of magery skills, your magery mana comes back extremely fast if you sit on these like little circles here. So let me go ahead and run over here. So we'll go ahead and just do a quick word of death. As you can see, my mana went down, boom, right back up again. So you can actually train your magery skills, necromancy skills, spell weaving skills, all extremely quickly here. One thing I also did was I trained my inscription here. Because obviously, as you guys know, when you're training inscription, it takes mana to create the actual spell scrolls. So doing inscription here allowed me to not ever have to stop doing inscription. As long as I had the blank scrolls, the reagents, and of course, the skill forward, I was able to do it all at one time here. So over here, you've got your plethora of weapons you can use to level up. This is where I would definitely go before you start doing the entry quests. You're going to need a few skills to go ahead and take out the undead. We'll go over that in just a second. Yeah, you've got your swords, fencing, macing, shields for parry, and of course you got all your different gargoyle weapons. Over here, you've got 3 different portals: Luna, Brit, and of course Royal City. And you've got your pickpocket dips, your trap removal, and of course your lock picking. So all of these things right here you've got available to you. And if you come up this way, you can go right into a new player dungeon. This is going to allow you to go through this door. Now I think you have to be young status, but there's also a new player champ spawn at the end of that, which is really, really awesome. So what we're going to go ahead and do is head back this way. I'm going to show you guys how to get your first couple quests that are important because you're going to be using them for your lower reagent cost suits. So we'll just head out of town here. And once you get about right here, you'll start to see some NPCs kind of pop up. Now, what these are going to be doing over here is offering you quests. So you'll click on this guy and he's going to offer you 20 Essence of Undead and an Enhancing Bandage and Burning Amber. This guy over here is going to offer you Enhanced Bandage and Greater Heal Potion. Now both of these are awesome, but the main thing you're going to be doing here is looking at these. Now they're going to cost you Essences of Death, or the Acolyte's Choker, Acolyte's Mantle. All these are a skill set all together. So all 6 of these together are going to boost up your lower reagent cost to 100. That way you can actually start practicing your Magery, Necromancy, and I guess Spellweaving doesn't really take reagents, but you could do that all in the training area and then max all those out as well. So these cost 15, 13, 11, 17, 19, 25. Then on this side, you've actually got additional items you can add in that are just going to be additional skills and stats you can have. Now, once you're over here, go ahead and get this going. This guy drops Fragment of Undeath. So you'll have to kill quite a few of these guys, but they are not difficult. So you'll run through here. My recommendation is if you're going to be a tamer, go ahead and utilize your young status with taming to get you a pretty decent pet starting out. That way you're not having to go ahead and farm up all of your honor and everything else as well for your first pet. I went and got me a Dimetrodon or Dimetrosaur. I've always liked these as entry-level pets when you can get them. Now here, this is almost an in-game level pet. So you're not going to see big flashy golden dragons on here and everything else, which I really enjoyed. I think that, you know, several of the last places that I've been on have actually, it's just trivialized all of the content by making everything so much easier with these certain kinds of pets and things like that, that there was just really no challenge anymore. And that takes away a lot of the fun, because I mean, obviously we remember UO being unforgiving, and gosh, at some point it's almost unfair in a sense. You know, you lose everything and everything else. There are some good quality of life things that come on this server though that still make it to where if you are even a new player to UO, you'll be able to figure it out. Definitely not saying there's not a learning curve. UO has a huge one of those, but it'll make it a lot easier, especially a little bit less unforgiving when it comes down to like death and things like that. But once you kill these guys for a while, you will notice that they all disappear, and there will be one main guy that spawns. That guy is going to have a drop called like a Shard of Undeath. It looks like a big ruby, and you will actually use that to finish up one of the quests over here that's going to give you this spellbook, which the stats are good, but the main reason you want this spellbook is the 64 total spells. And the reason you want those is because you don't get a full spellbook on the server when you start. So you'll definitely, I really get poisoned, but you'll want to talk to this guy right here. And see, he doesn't have the quest again for me because I already did it. But he will give you the quest for the spellbook, and you'll have the gem drop off of the main guy in this area right here. So basically, what we're going over right here is just in the beginning here, you're going to be able to have the training area. You're going to be able to have the entry-level quest area over there. And real quick, we'll go ahead and go over the custom waypoints here, just because this is something that kind of confused me at first. So when you click on here, you'll have your basic towns, you'll have your basic Trammel dungeons, which is great, but then you'll have also over here where it says custom moon gates. So we'll click on that. This area right here is awesome. All these different moon gates are customized, and they're going to take you to certain places. So this is going to be the Trammel towns, Fell towns, and Fell dungeons. This will be Ilshanar dungeons, shrines, which is very important, and of course custom destinations. At the end is just going to be the custom. You've got Malice for Luna, and of course Doom. You've got Takuno, which is awesome. It's one of my favorite places. And then you've got Termur, which is going to have Royal City, and of course this is where you're going to get your dinosaur pets and things like that if you wanted to go get like a Naga or a Dimetrosaur or something like that. So this area right here you can access by any one of these special gates, and they're all over the place. But whenever you do them, sometimes you'll actually have to pay, well, that one says 0 gold, but for example, let's go into Fell here, and we'll just go down to Death Star. Okay, so that one is still 0 gold. I have seen it charge as little as like 15 gold, 20 gold. Really, really, really small amount. But it's kind of cool. It kind of makes it feel like you have to like earn the ability to use the custom gates, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I mean, like it's really strange coming from the servers I've been playing on to this one, because this one feels kind of more like difficulty-wise what you were doing, you know, back in 2098, whenever you were playing, because you can't go out and get a super pet that does ultra flame damage to the whole screen, or can't go out and have just, you know, instant taming bond deeds and everything else. You can't do that. You've got to go earn your stuff, which is really, really cool. So really had a lot of fun so far. Would love for you guys to come over and join me. So if you have any questions, feel free to, see 4 gold. Feel free to leave a comment. I would love to answer any questions you guys may have and see about getting you on here and just how easy it is. So see you out there in the next video, and we'll go over champ spawns and a few other things. See you guys.